Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Makes Movies. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, so I didn't actually do an out of theatre reaction for this, and it's because in all fairness, I completely forgot to do it. But yeah, so we are doing a review today, and that is The Alto. Yes, this is a film starring Robert De Niro, and it's one that I just randomly decided to go and see. I'll explain more in my review. So yeah, just to give you a very basic plot summary, this is based on the true events around Frank Costello and Vito. I think it's Vito. Both played by Robert De Niro himself, and it's just following the story of their friendship and sort of like during a certain situation that they both dealt with, and hearing it from Frank Costello's point of view, as in Robert De Niro's character. I'm not going to say any more on that. I do try and stay as spoiler free as I possibly can with this channel. Obviously, sometimes that can't happen. Certain things may seem like it's not a spoiler, but it is a spoiler. It's tough. But no, so the reason why I went to go and see this film is because I needed a break for just a couple of hours after a very, very long week at work, is all I'm going to say. And I figured also as well, kind of like with Last Breath, I was trying to go out of my comfort zone a bit more when it comes to films. So I figured, why not? This had a good showing. It finished at a time that my mum was going to finish work, so I can go meet her from work. So it sort of like fell into place. So yeah, that's the main reasons why I went to go and see it. So with this film, I will be completely honest. I did like it, but it is one of those films that I'm not sure how often I'd go back to it. Also, apologies in advance because I can now hear kids screaming outside. So I will be honest, I do like Robert De Niro. I've seen him in quite a few things now, but I do need to watch his more popular stuff. I think I've seen sort of like the not least popular, but the ones that he's not well known for, but quite a few people enjoy. That middle of the road kind of film set of his. And so it was nice to see another film of his. He didn't do a bad job, to be honest. I will say sometimes I did get confused as to whose point of view we were at, because it did change between the two quite a bit. But aside from that, it wasn't a bad film. I enjoyed it. Like I said, maybe because it is out of my comfort zone, it is one of those that if I watch it again, maybe I might feel a bit more sort of like towards it. But for a small biopic, it's not that bad. Well, I don't know if would you really call it a biopic? It's more about a certain event, so I don't know if it'd count as a biopic or what, because Frank does talk about childhood with him and Vito, but it doesn't really go that far back. So I'm going to say it is definitely more of a based on true events thing, but it's also a bit about Frank Costello's life. There's some other actors in this. I think they did a really good job. It had this nice feel to it where you had Frank sort of like talking to the camera as if like he was doing an interview to the camera. So that was quite nice and different to have that, I think. I think we don't get it as often as we should, and I think that's what makes this a little bit more unique to me. And yeah, it was okay. Like, I don't know what else I could really say. It was just okay. Like I said, it's probably one I would watch again. I could see it possibly maybe getting nominated for one, maybe 2 awards. Sort of like very low end though, for next year. But I think if you like the whole mob mafia side of things, which I'm going to be completely honest, I never really think of how real they are. Because to me, when I hear mob or mafia or mob boss, I do kind of lean towards movies than I do real life. So it's just sort of, I never think of it in that way, but I do like that aspect in the sense of that history of that. So I might watch some more mob films, because that's a film genre I've actually never really gotten into, along with westerns and cop films. But with the cop films, I've sort of gotten more into it, and army films as well. So there is a small sort of like part of films that I haven't actually fully dove into. So I would like to do that now, especially with the mob mafia side of things, because some of the more tense scenes in this film were quite good to watch. So it has actually got me curious now as to the other ones. I still need to watch the other two Godfather films as well, actually. But yeah, just overall an okay film, and it did distract me for 2 hours. So it's an hour and a half long film. Obviously, you got the adverts and that, but it was a nice little distraction, and yeah, it wasn't a bad film. Wasn't a bad film. So my final score for this film, I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. I couldn't give it any higher than that, because just for me, like I've said before in previous videos, a 7 or more I am more likely to return to, whereas 6 and 5s, I may return, I may not, we'll see. But I don't know, I'm glad I saw it on the big screen, because like I said, it was something different for me. It was nice to go to the cinema and experience something else, and especially since I didn't really know much about this film, apart from it was about Frank Costello. I didn't know if it was like a biography, I didn't know if it was going to be just based on certain things. Like, I had heard of that name, but I didn't really know much else. So, yeah, Robert De Niro, I need to watch more of your films. But yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this review. I know it's a bit short and sweet. But if you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also notification bell down below to be notified when I post. And leave me your comments and thoughts on the Alto Nights. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Is it one that you want to go and see? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time.